introduce you now to an approach how to plan and design services and find the proper decisions in architectural questions the smart way. So we're talking about the challenges, the solutions, the utility potentials of tools concerning architectural planning, service planning, and supporting service management projects and management system projects. We will have finished within maybe 20 minutes. Not only this presentation, we will have finished a demo of a tool itself. So it is about one core question, and the core question is: show me the track and find the solution along the business model, the process control, up to the end of performance management and optimization, given the case you want to deliver evidence within an audit, finding solutions within a planning approach, figuring out architectural, operational and governance related risk, and of course to find proper sourcing solutions. What is needed there is one source of truth and one instrument to plan all those tasks below: the resource planning, the supplier control, investment decisions, supporting governance and quality audits, assuring service level alignment, and of course proving modernization decisions within your architectural bricks. The challenge here is: where is the one source of truth? In reality, exactly this source is missing. What is done now because this source is missing? Normally, nothing is done, and normally everybody hopes that nothing happens. And if there's happening something, you have to accept extensive consulting and audit efforts, and maybe you work with manual workarounds. You know about the consequences. We do not discuss too much now about high budgets, non-compliance, non-identified risks, and staying dependent to suppliers and technologies you always want to get rid of, but you don't find them. So it is about showing the dynamic link within this source of truth. So if one parameter changes within your business, of course everybody knows the rest changes too, but finding out what changes and what will change, that's a real issue. Not at all if you know how the patterns of business activity, your process requirements, your service catalog and your technical architecture fit together and how they are linked together. If you know this, and you know that the EA-Serviceplanner introduced as service here now is used for this, if you know this, you know finding the service inventory could be done within 20% of the normal time, or you have an acceleration rate of 80%. Measured along the consulting effort to do the same task before, you have savings realized about 50%. So for all those issues here shown on the screen, you have tremendous acceleration and saving rates. The same if you have projects concerning supplier contract management, sourcing decision, or maybe the implementation of governance and management systems. You can save time up to 70%, and you can save time and cost to 50%. At the end, this service is often used to accelerate the implementation projects of service automation. So given the case you have an implementation of ServiceNow, of Sharewell, of Remedyforce, or whatever excellent tool you use, it always depends on the input before, and if there's no input, definition of all those sub-features, request models and inputs is done manually and will cost time, a lot of time. During pilots we've realized that we can shorten exactly this project effort up to 50%. So, this tool is smart, it is pre-customized with almost 500 different service features, 50 pre-described services which fit to standard situations, and of course a process catalog and a document management. It can be extended to branch-specific process and feature catalogs. It can be extended to specific management and governance systems, and due to an excellent partner situation, we can furnish potential clients too with collections of templates, of tools, and of course documentation libraries on all management systems you know within IT service management and IT governance. You can contact for detailed demos and information those two addresses, and I will now finish with the presentation and start to dig into the tool itself. The Enterprise Architecture Service Planner or EA-Serviceplanner is available in German and in English language. Looking to the menu board, you see you have the planning and the process features on the left side, and you have the service portfolio and the actual service catalog on the right side. So if you want to know about your business requirements directly for your processes, you have on the right side the actual patterns of business activity. Let's go in there, and you see you have the process definitions, you have the process profile, and of course you have to link directly to the process descriptions and to the process evidence. If you want to edit them, you can dig in here, and you see you have process domains, and within each process domain of course you have associated processes where you can add additionally the pattern of business activity. So you see here it's a who, when, where, and of course on which locations, for which owners, which coverage rate you have for the service, if insular technology should be in there or not, which supporting software and application portfolio is needed, and by which IT services at the moment this process is supported. Up to the moment you can figure out here via reporting or search mechanisms where are the gaps between process and technology, or between process and services. You can define of course later on packages and measures. So you can skip directly from the service plan to the service packaging facilities, and here you see you have not only the overview, you have a view of related measures, feature catalogs. Here you have almost 420 features, actionable requests which should be automated later on in the service automation tools, potential service options, underpinning contracts, what means this is about all the external suppliers and the supplier control, internal agreements or operational level agreements, and of course you can add here additionally new service level agreements outside to potential customers. So you have the possibility for the process alignment, you have the possibility for packaging services, by example composing now a new service package for networking operation. You see it is predefined. You can define here the status, so you have a service lifecycle management inserted here. You can assign it directly to the service units you want to have, you can add here potential service measures. You can define here if it is internally or externally. You assign here database types, platform types, server types. You can add here to documentations and links, and of course concerning the service you have here base software you can assign. You can assign additionally clients, specific features for the service, supported business processes, basic data, specific options, supporting services, and of course the contracts and the links. So this is a preparation for the service catalog. Let's skip back to the service catalog. Within the service catalog now we have a core feature. Given the case you want to compose a real new service, not only service sub-packages. You go here, by example, to the service desk. Look here. Service desk is prepared before in the service package. It is now in operation. It is done by Systems Center Management. No measures in there. It is done internal, and we use here as database Oracle. The platform here should be Azure. Of course, this is Windows related, and then you assign here the potential service desk system. Given the case you have specific clients for this, you can see here different types of components. Assign can describe the baseline setup, and now it's quite simple. If you do not know what a service desk is doing and you want to compose it, here a complete catalog on potential features is prepared, and you can choose with a multi-select what your service desk is doing. You see a lot of features here only for the service catalog. I'm taking only a few one. There's no actionable part of the service desk within, because the service desk executes other actionable parts from other services. So we have a lot of supporting processes to assign here. At the end, of course, you want to know how available the service desk is. We take here 98%. At the service time between 7 and 4 o'clock, of course, you can change all those parameters within the tool on your own. You have here a high security level. You have here a medium confidentiality level. You can assign, of course, service owners, relationship managers. You can take different locations or only one location. So all basic parameters are assigned here. Even which application owners are used for the service desk. Then you assign specific options, supporting services, and this means a service desk itself cannot work if you have, by example, network operation, security, backup and storage, archive, telephony, field service, monitoring. So you know this service desk is dependent on these sub-services, so it needs, of course, for these sub-services internal agreements, underpinning contracts, and external SLAs. If you have composed the service together, you have at the end the definition of the planning documents. This will mean the capacity plans, availability plans, continuity plans, and all this stuff, and you finish this service description with a version number, with a document ownership, when this service was defined, and you save it, and up to this moment it is in your service catalog. So at the end, this single source of truth, which is about technical bricks, process descriptions, patterns of business activity, and the service catalog itself, it's nothing less than a service warehouse. And within this service warehouse you have a very pragmatic search and reporting, where you have a research over the processes, over all your services, and over all your measures, and which can be extended directly up your personal demand. Those reports are delivered in Excel or in Word, so that they can be used for other processes and for other tasks outside the system. At the end, let's take a glance behind. You have, of course, for customizing, parameters to define before, and those parameters here can be changed directly to your organizational demand, but you have a lot of predefined criteria herein which accelerate and save your time, because it's defined for standard situations. So, by example, a classical standard situation is the definition of confidentiality levels within your service management or company management. Of course, the definition of different categories in contracts, but at the moment you go down to the features or the feature categories. Of course, you have specific catalogs, like specific base software catalogs you've seen before. So it's simple, and at the end, if you want to track all this, you have a document management, and within this document management you can enter, of course, all the evidence and all the structures for management systems, governance systems, and you can save here and archive here, of course, the tactical evidence on availability planning, capacity planning, supplier relationship management, and service level management. So, one service, smart, pragmatic, and very quick to accelerate your tasks and your issues along the service governance and the service value chain management within your organization. If you want to contact us for further questions, you can contact Cascade IT Switzerland or IT Sirion Switzerland for gaining more information. We thank you for your attention, and we are looking forward to speak about this tool in more detailed facts within the next few times.